Okay, so over in, if you're in the Hangout, on the chat on the side, I've got the link to the slides. Otherwise, I just posted them in Google Plus. And so you can use these for your notes. So one of the things that you can do, when you open a Google Doc, it kind of adds it to your Google Drive, like you can find it in there. So on your blog post for the week, if you want to, you should be able to just double click and choose from Drive, and you should be able to find the, like do a search. So the box comes up on the side and you can do a little search magnifier and type in email explosion, and this should come up, and you can actually just stick these slides right in there. So, right, you all have editing rates. So if you add a slide, add your own slide.
So sorry, when I click on that link, it doesn't take me to any slides. It tries to open another Hangout window.
Oh, you're right. I have the wrong link. Hold up. How about I do this one? How about that? Let me put some like little things. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that one.
Got it.
Sorry, that was my fault. You're right. I linked the Hangout because, of course, I had to post the Hangout into Google+. There we go. Now, if you want to add a slide, why don't you just say a quick hello on a slide? Add a slide. Say hi. If you have Bitmoji, you can actually do a little screen sharing. If you have the Bitmoji Chrome extension, which apparently does not show up when I do this on the Hangout, but if you do, you can actually drag it. You can drag your bit, get your own slide. I see all you camping out on my slide. Get your own slide. Okay.
I'm so freaking lost. Oh my God.
Okay, now in the bottom right-hand corner, do you see this yellow? Put this on me. You see this yellow button that says Explore in the bottom right-hand corner of the slides?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you click that, it says your slides are ugly and need help. And then it gives you some suggestions for the layouts. Though I don't like any of those. Oops. I'll make my own. I feel like I need a, so I do Control N, it opens up a new window, and I go to images.google.com and type Gmail and get the Gmail logo, and I drag, like you just drag pictures on the slides. That's like, I don't know, I just do that. Someone changed my theme. Guys. Okay. You have a Bitmoji, is it right? All right. Nice Bitmoji. I just took a like power nap a few seconds ago. Put it on the slide. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Gmail. Let me get a different link here. It's live events, email explosion. We're going to talk about... No, don't do that. Okay, and then... I don't want to put there. And so let me get the link to the slides again, just for those who just joined. Here are the link to the slides. So when someone joins a Google Hangout, they don't get the previous chats. None of it. So what we're doing is I'd like you to see If you just try adding a slide so you can see how to do it. Here's the deal with a workshop. Workshops, you have to be an active participant in order to get credit. So you got to do stuff. It's a workshop. Work. So you got to do some work. I'm going to add a slide that says that. I need to wait, I need a Bitmoji. Always need a Bitmoji. It's like, this one says work. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some screen sharing. Okay, so then on the bottom corner, I'm gonna hit the explore button. I don't like any of those suggestions. Forget it. Usually I like the suggestions. Okay, I'm gonna make this bold in a different font, in a different color, because I'm like that. All right, so it's a workshop. So what does that mean? Is in order to get workshop credit, you have to do stuff. You can't just watch a video. Screen share. Can't just watch a video. So just want to get you warmed up doing something. So you're participating. So you are adding a slide and saying hi. And then Control-Alt-M and Control-Enter are the keyboard shortcuts. Control-Alt-M and Control-Enter. There we go. Control-Alt-M and Control-Enter are the keyboard shortcuts for inserting comments. So basically you can do a little back channel. I already did on a couple of the slides. Do you see on slide 7, 8, and 10, there's a little off to the left-hand side, a little 1, it's a comment count. You can see I have a Bitmoji on 7, or not Bitmoji, I have a comment on 7, 8, and 10. Here we go, now we're getting fancy. I'd like you to practice putting a comment on somebody's slide because we're doing this together. We want to have, like a back channel. You can make comments. This is how we roll. These slides will be available later. Put a little tagline. Okay, so I see there, thank you, Rachel. There are 2 comments on number 7. One of them is mine. All right, everyone likes the Catterday. Nice job. So, but there are no comments. Well, number 2 is my comment. So somebody else click on slide 2, which now slide 3 and 4. Whoever made slide 4, you better put something on there. I'm putting my Bitmoji. There we go. Ryan's got this. Hi, Maria. I got these keyboard shortcuts down solid. It is Control-Alt-M to insert a comment and Control-Enter to save it. So I want to see a few more. Please, before I get going, I want to make sure everyone knows how to do it. Now I want you to think really specifically. Really specifically. I'm going to change the background color of this slide to yellow. And I'm going to put Bitmoji on it. Okay, be specific. What kinds of email explosions are you getting? Okay, so click on the yellow slide. You click on the yellow slide. And then add a slide. You click on the yellow slide, and then you add a slide. And so I want you to tell me, you got to think, because what we're going to do is we want to manage the email explosion, not get rid of it. Getting rid of the email notifications means then you don't get any notifications. So don't just say Google Plus. I know Google Plus is sending you notifications. I know Google Plus is sending you notifications. Guess who gets all of those? Not only that, I have over 100,000 followers on Twitter. I get a ton of notifications from that. Oh, plus, I do other stuff besides teach at Fresno State. My email's out of control, and I manage all of it. I don't get rid of the notifications. I manage it. So the first thing to identify is what's blowing up my inbox exactly? Like, what do I need to manage? So add your own slide. Only one. There we go. Or if you have added a slide. So what specifically? The Fresno Bee. Okay. There's not a Bitmoji going on here, guys. I'm just saying. Okay. Yes, we know notifications. Be more specific. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I know you're all really excited. Now I have coffee. If you haven't noticed, it's like Google is thrown up on my house. Like I just keep things that say Google on it within close reach. Here. Now, there's a fun thing that you can do. When you add a slide, you can use the insert menu. You go insert image, and you choose take a snapshot. Oh, I have to, what? I have a new computer. Someone broke into my house and stole my computers. Things that are true. Okay, insert image, take a snapshot. And then I got to allow and remember and allow. You got to allow it in 2 places. Remember, close. All right, and then you can insert your selfie into the slides. I know you want to. Because there's nothing better than being creepy. Yeah. Oh, very cute. Come here. Say hi to my friends.
Hi.
Oh, wait. You're going to put it back in and say hi to my friends? Hold on. I have 5 kids. Expect us to be interrupted a lot. No? Good. All right. So this cutie is going to do cheerleading at her first football game today. Huh? Can you do a cheer for us?
No.
Do a cheer for us?
No.
I think you forgot that I paid a bunch of money for you to be in cheerleading. You want to show them your backpack? All right, go get your cheerleading backpack. All right, you all just get to suffer with my kids. Sorry. I'm not even going to apologize. You get to suffer with my kid. If you have kids, bring them. My theory is if you don't like kids, you're in the wrong profession.
You're right.
Thank you. Also, I don't like to talk to myself. So y'all have microphones.
Yep.
Proper etiquette for using a video chat is to leave your microphone muted, but then unmute it to talk and then remute it. But that just means to unmute your microphone and talk. So like we're having a discussion. Otherwise, why wouldn't you watch a video? All right, cutie, show them your backpack. Everyone look.
Oh, wow. Better than mine.
Bacon, that's awesome.
Bacon. So what's your real name? Okay, so Keaton here, when she was 2 years old, she woke up and said, I'm Bacon. And we're like, yeah, you are. So now she's in 2nd grade, and she goes by Bacon.
She goes by Bacon.
That is definitely the best nickname ever.
She even put it on her cheer bag. Isn't that epic? I feel like it's epic. Love you. Shut my
I don't know
door.
if they can hear me or not.
Bye. I'm always trying to get her to wear a headband, and she won't. But, oh, for cheer, she will. Okay. And here we go. Share my screen. All right, Blackboard. Okay, so the first thing is to recognize what do you need to manage. All right, here we go. Someone's use this explore button down here, guys. Can you see it? Doesn't look like it's in the. I lift this up. It was on there a little bit ago. Okay, in the bottom right hand corner is a yellow explore button that makes your slides look fancier. So I got my creepy slide and I click the explore button, and now it gives me all these suggestions. Look at this. It says, wouldn't this look really cool with a lime green border? I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna roll with it. There we go. There we go. And we got a Bitmoji.
My Explorer doesn't show anything.
What won't show anything?
The Explorer tab on the right doesn't show anything. It was.
Your slides are too ugly for help. Okay, so if it lights up yellow, it says your slides are ugly and need help. If it doesn't light up yellow, it means they're too ugly and there's no hope for you.
Makes sense.
Let's see. I'm really hoping that it like freezes me in like one of these positions when the video sample goes there later. Who likes boring video stuff? I don't know. I like it when it's awkward. I like it when it's awkward. Okay. Here we go. Your phone constantly goes off. Okay, so here's tip number 1. Okay, here's my first tip.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, hold on. Well, I need a Bitmoji. You're pressuring me here. Tip number 1. Okay. Actually, I'm going to type in a search. I'm going to type in phone. Here we go. There we go. Here's my first tip. Turn off phone notifications. Here's my first tip. Do you want it in 2 places? Do you need to be notified twice?
Well, there's
No.
two different notifications.
If you only get the notification on your phone, leave it. But if you get an email notification and a phone notification,
Right.
that's too much. Can we agree on that? That's too much. Okay, so here's my tip. So let's just take a look here. If you go into Google Classroom, I don't want you to do this, actually. You would have to do this on your phone. Do you know how to turn off notifications on your phone? Do it on your phone because you don't want to. I'm going to turn off the phone notifications. Here's why I like to get it on my computer instead of my phone. Hold on, let me see if there's a Bitmoji for this. Hold on. Okay, I wanted garbage or a pile or whatever, but I ended up with puppies. So we're going to roll with that. Here's why. You can delete emails. Brilliant. Here's tip number 2. So if you get it on your phone, you can't delete the notifications, but if I get an email notification, I can delete it. So here's what I'm going to do is I go to my Gmail. That's not Gmail. Gmail. I go to Gmail. Do it. Come on. and I just type in Google Plus up at the top in the search box. I'm going to get a screenshot of this. Here we go. So I'm going to get Google Plus. Look at all, right? You think you guys have problems? Here we go. And I do the most awesome thing. I come over here to the little checkbox. I check them all. And even this, do you guys see this one? It says, select all conversations that match this search. I'm going to click that too. So I get all of them. And then I hit the trash can. Yep. There it goes. Didn't that feel good? Now you do it. Go over to your Gmail right now. Go over to your Gmail.
Got it.
I'm going to wait. You're going to type in Google Plus. Go to Gmail. Type in Google Plus into the search. And that's all. And hit the trash can. I mean, that didn't feel good.
Well, it's not quite what I was looking for.
I'm not done. I have an hour. Such demands. And I don't have a Bitmoji on this one either. You guys should all just go to Dr. Ott's workshops because I'm going to be like this on all of them, just so you know. If you don't like Sassy, you are in the wrong class. You should like switch. I'm a math teacher. I don't have feelings and I don't understand that you do. I'm just gonna write that down.
I'm taking the Sassy.
I need a Bitmoji to go with that one too.
You should put that on a t-shirt.
I should put that on a t-shirt. Ooh, they got some fun new Bitmojis. I haven't seen this one before.
There you go.
That's not one to use. Don't use that one. Don't use that one. This is why I like teaching adults. You know, I won't get fired over that. How about this one? This one will work. Okay, explore button. No, I don't like those. See, if it cuts off my Bitmoji, that's not going to be a good one. Okay, I'll just reduce it. Okay, and now I'm going to tell you all a story that will make you realize how warm and fuzzy I really am. This is not a joke. You ready? Not a joke. I said, Dad, I'm getting married. And he said, oh, good, I'm going to divorce your mom. He thinks that's okay to say. But I'm used to it because my dad's an engineer and I was raised in the woods of Alaska by wolves. So that should explain a lot about me. I think I'm funny. Okay, so step one is just to delete things that you just want to get rid of. So for example, they already deleted this earlier, maybe not. When it gives me a late notification, submitted late. That's right, submitted late. Look at that. I click the little checkbox. Some of these are not. I should do submitted late colon quotation. Just colon. Whatever. And then hit the trash can. It feels good. And they're gone. I don't even know what all that stuff is. Okay. So then my other trick is you got to use priority inbox. Priority inbox. I need a Bitmoji. I don't know what a good Bitmoji for priority would be. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to check the explore button. Truncate, cut off my Bitmoji. Just no, no, and no. It's fine. It's right there. Okay, priority inbox. So what I want you to do is watch me here. Is you go into Gmail. And you click on the settings cog that looks like a fidget spinner. And you take a screenshot of that. And you got to go to settings. So if you want to do that while I take a screenshot, in your Gmail, You're going to go to settings. We're going to do some stuff in there. Okay. There we are. Is it Hamdi? Correct me. He's not thrilled. It's like, whatever, I'm unimpressed. Okay, so we're going to go to settings. If I don't pronounce your name right, I want to. Don't let me get away with that. When you're in the settings, you want to go to inbox. Inbox. When you do these online workshops, you got to go back and forth between the video and whatever you're doing. If you can somehow, the holy grail, you guys, is 2 computers. Look at me. I have a second one right here. Look at that. I just pulled that. I just pulled that out of thin air. You think that's impressive? You're wrong. Because I have a 3rd computer ready to go. So, you know. Some else cute. No, but seriously, if you could do, if like on your phone or your iPad, do the video chat, or a 2nd computer, do the video chat, and then do all your work on a computer. Handsome, you want to say hi to my friends? You guys come over here and see my kid. I have 5, so we'll get a lot of visitors. You want to tell them your name?
Oh, wow.
What's your name? W, and what grade are you in? School? Yeah, what grade are you in school?
Hey, W.
Kindergarten. How old are you? Can you show him? See, look how smart he is. W.
Oh.
Who's the best Star Wars character ever? Chewbacca. Okay. Want to show me?
Chewbacca. He's a big Star Wars fan?
Troopers on there.
Goodbye.
If there was any question, we're nerds.
Mm-hmm.
I have 20-sided
Oh, no question.
dice near me. It's like one of those ask it a question things. Whatever.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Bye.
so I am going to go back to screen sharing. And it was this one. Share it. And I'm going to make a new slide. And I'm going to get my highlighter, highlight inbox, priority inbox, stick that on there. And I hope that this explore button helps me out. No, cuts it all off. That won't work. I need the whole picture. Okay. So if you make sure that is everybody at priority inbox?
Yeah.
What priority inbox does for me, let me go to my inbox. Puts my important and unread emails up at the top. And then anything that's starred. Now you'll notice what I do. Does anybody notice how fast I respond to in Google Classroom? Right? I feel like that's the most important thing I should do. The rest of it I don't really care about. So what I do is I actually star it and label it because I don't want to miss them. If I don't reply back to you really fast, you should make a new note. Because you see, I make it starred and then I put that it's private comments and it has its own section right here so that I don't miss it. And then underneath that is any important emails, and then underneath that is all the crap. Like, oh, this is due. Oh, is that due? Due tomorrow. Enter. Select all. That's not going to work. Do you see this tiny triangle in the search box? Tiny triangle in the search box. Here we go. If you ever see a tiny triangle, don't wonder. Click on it. Ever see a tiny triangle? Click on it. Click on tiny triangle. Okay. I have this thing called Snagit. I love it. Lets me take screenshots and highlight things. All right, so if I click on the tiny triangle, I actually want the due tomorrow to be in the subject line. Now I'm going to search for it. Here we go. And then I'm going to hit the trash can and get rid of them. So one of your tricks here is just to use the search box and trash stuff. Okay, but I'm in the settings cog. I'm under settings. I'm under inbox. You all set it to priority inbox. So then what you got to do is you got to set the sections. So, you know, I have it important and unread, starred, important, and everything else. But I could change it from starred to more options. And then I have all these labels, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. So I could have it just be private comments. So what's up with this? There's a save button. So you got to click save. So now when I go to my inbox, it says important and unread, and now it has my Google Classroom private comments. I have that as a section. So settings, inbox. So one of the things you want to figure out later is what 4 sections do you want? So what do you want to have in this number 2, number 3? I mean, I would recommend that you have important and everything else, that you leave those. Then you decide. You decide how you want to do it. Okay. So far, so good? So then what I want to do is I want to come over here to filters. You see the tab called filters? Go there. Actually, I'm going to show you all the ones I have. Okay, highlighter. That's not a highlighter. Highlighter. Filters. You doing okay down there, buddy? Yeah? I don't know. Do you want to play with it? That looks good. Okay, so on the filters, you'll see these are the filters that I already have. I have, when you insert comments on somebody's document and they resolve the comment, you get an email notification. It's so annoying. I don't want an email notification they resolved it. I do want an email notification that they inserted a comment. I want to read the comment, but I don't want to read it if they resolved it. So I have a filter that just, do you see what it does? Says if it says marked as resolved, delete it. Just get it out of my inbox. So if there's some annoying emails that you don't want, delete them. Okay, this next one says if the subject is added a private comment, then I want to star it and put this label on it. And then I never mark it as important because I don't want it in the important section. I want it in this labeled section. If I have an email that says this is not my email, delete it. If I have an email that says subject submitted late, I tell it to skip the inbox. I don't want to look at that right now. And to put the label late work on it. So if you'll see, I actually deleted a whole bunch of them earlier. I think actually I deleted them all just a few minutes ago. It says late work. I click on late work, except I just deleted them. But if I didn't just delete them, they'd all be in there. So I can go when I want to. Not when it comes through my... So like as a teacher, the bane of my existence is late work. I just remember as a math teacher, I would spend hours on these stupid late assignments and if they were absent. And then I got to go back and figure out where, open the grade book, what period are they in, where's the assignment, and find their name so I can put the score in there. I have decided that I hate spending my time on stuff that does not improve learning. So I don't do that crap anymore. It doesn't result in kids learning. All that results in is me getting paperwork. But if I get a notice that says it's late, should I do something with it right now? Should I stop my life and deal with someone's late assignment? I'm thinking no. So So I just like stick it in a folder, and later in my life, when I feel like it, I'll click on the late work and I'll mess with those later when I want to. So those are my filters.
I
So
have
your
a
trick
question.
is you got to figure out what filters you want. Ask me, please.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I have for my Gmail account for Fresno State, I have it forwarded to my regular account.
Okay.
Would you suggest that I don't do that and just take off forwarding?
You know, all of us manage things differently. I literally have like 10 Google accounts. So I've got some good workflows to manage all that. Trust me. I intentionally want 10 Google accounts because I don't want my stuff all mashed together.
Okay.
Okay. So my choice is no. But I mean, when you forward it, it doesn't delete it. You could.
I have it set as delete from the school Gmail.
I wouldn't recommend that, but you can. But I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
So if you have it forwarded to your regular email, you can set a filter that applies a label that says anything that says Fresno State on it, put it in the Fresno State folder, skip the inbox, and I'll look at it later, right? So that's kind of the beauty of it is you got. That's why I had you all brainstorm what kinds of notifications are you getting specifically. Because my late work notifications, I'm going to treat those different than my Google Plus notifications, which I'm going to treat differently than the others. I want the
True.
Google Plus to not be important. I just have it all go to the bottom. I have that not important section. I don't want them to skip the inbox, and I don't want to delete them because I read the subject line and the little preview, and it's like I can a lot of times just get a good gist just by doing that. And then I open it, the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, I should read that one. I have that same question, or I can answer that question. I need the email. I do.
Makes
But then
sense.
once I do that, I type Google Plus at the top and I delete the whole, just get rid of all of it. So like my workflow is I find one that I like, yeah, I should reply to that. I open it, I go to Google Plus, reply to that one, and then I scan Google Plus while I'm in there. If I just looked at Google Plus, I don't need all those emails, so I just delete it. Google Plus is Google Plus emails I can always delete. Other stuff I have to be a little more careful about. So then let me put it back on the screen sharing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a filter. Down here at the bottom, you see where it says create a new filter? That's what that would look like. Later, create a new filter. Sorry, I'm talking out loud what I'm doing. You can't even see what I'm doing because I'm screen sharing and I'm using Snagit. Click on create a new filter. Okay, add a slide. Here we go. If you have a question, I 100% want you to turn on your microphone and ask me, but you can also add a slide with your question, especially if you'd like to put a screenshot on there. That's helpful. Okay, so we're going to create a new filter. Create a new filter. Now, then you'll notice it has all of these options. Give me an example of an email that you get that you would like to filter. Somebody.
My ex-wife.
All right, then put ex-wife gmail.com. You can filter it by somebody. So if it comes from, but seriously, if there's an email from akeeler@mail.fresnostate.edu, you might want to treat it differently. Like my boss is the office manager. Her name's Martha. You notice I have an email specifically. If Martha emails me, star it, label it Fresno State. Like, this is important. Do not miss Martha's emails because if I miss her emails, I might not get paid. So I'll put that in there. So create a new filter. All right, what else? For specifically my class, what kinds of emails have you been getting that you would like to filter and not just delete?
A reply to a comment?
Okay, so what we need to do is I need to find out what the specific verbiage is. So do you see here it says subject line versus has the words?
Yeah.
So is it something that comes in the subject line or is it something that's in the email? What you want to look for is what's the robot telling you? So when I look at, hold on, make a slide. Just gonna drag that in there. Okay, so when I look at this, I go look at my emails. Right, I have here it says Carlos Martinez. That part's not the robot. That's specific. But then it says commented on. That's the part that the robot makes, right? So when I make my filter, I want to say commented on is in the subject line.
Does it have to have a from or to up above, or can you just put the subject words?
Nope, you can do just the subject. So for me, commented on is different than private comment, because if you guys leave me a private comment, how quickly would you like me to reply to those? Honestly?
20 seconds?
Yeah. Nice. How many, has anybody in here gotten one from me in 20 seconds? Someone should
Pretty
say
close.
that.
What feels like it, yeah.
My kid fell asleep on the floor here. I use the app, and so it said, you know, I have the email. I get an email notification that says private comment, and I open my email, and because I starred them, I don't have to read the emails. I only star the ones from Martha and you guys leave me a private comment. I make a point of opening it and replying back. I just do it from my phone. If it looks really funny, I was voice typing it. Just roll with it.
Fast like Jimmy John's.
I feel like it's more important to be fast than it is to be polite or, you know, typos. Let's just roll with the typos. Sometimes the typos are funny. But you can tell I'm trying to reply fast, so I'm not like, oh, first of all, I'm a math person, I don't have feelings, so I'm not going to say it anyway. Oh, thank you. You're so awesome. Whatever. I'm just going to like say my thing and get out. Read it with love. Read it with love. I definitely read it that way because I value answering it fast. If I don't answer fast, I'm working at a workshop all day with teachers, but I'll reply later. It'll still be fast doing what other people do. Okay, application window, that one. So you would say commented on, and then it says create filter with this search. You guys have create filter? Should I do another one? I was gonna say commented on, the class comment is something where you guys are more asking the class. You're not really asking me necessarily. So I don't value that as much as I value a private comment, if that makes sense. And then I want you to put your questions into Google Plus because I can only answer so many. I can only answer so many questions. So if we do it, if I answer one, let me answer a bunch of people at once. That would be lovely. And even better, a lot of you will ask a question in Google Plus and one of you answer it. That makes my life better. So we're creating a filter. Then it gives you all these awesome options. What do you want to do? If it says commented on.
How do you create a specific filter for, or not a filter, a folder for it?
So where it says label, label is the same as folder.
Oh, okay.
So I would choose a label. You might want to have it skip the inbox. Never mark it as important. Hold on, let me put this on here. You always want to do this little checkbox. This is apply the filter. Okay, come on. I'll get this on a slide. So just take a second. This is where you are not going to be robots. You have to decide your own, what do you want it to do? Now, anything that's like, because what's going to happen tomorrow is you're going to all of a sudden get, I think I have I don't know, like 20 new assignments next week. And then, so I don't know, whatever time, Dr. Ott, what we do is we have a classroom that has no students, and we make the assignments in there, and then we post it to both of our classes at the same time. So it might be him doing it, or it might be me doing it, but it's just like post, 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 and you're going to get 20 emails all at once.
So all that is due till Saturday, right?
Due is relative. The thing you got to think about is we're trying to help you be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You're done with college. So, now we're moving on, basically graduate school. I want to help you be a teacher. You don't have daily due dates as a teacher. I have to turn in attendance every day. That's about it. You got to manage your own time. If you can't manage your own time, being a teacher is not a really good career.
What I mean,
you basically have all semester to get this stuff done. But there are exceptions. If it inconveniences someone else, you have to do it on time. That's just not even a negotiation. If we're doing like peer feedback or group work or something like that, if it inconveniences somebody else, you need to do it on time. Otherwise, like, the notes and whatever, you can do them later, but we want you to make the notes document. It's just blank. We want you to make the notes document early in the week so you can set up your blog post. And that way, if there is a problem, I can go in and look and see what you've been working on, what you've been doing. But the things that like hard due dates, I need you to sign in every week. You just write me a comment. You just write me a comment in the private comments, so I know you're still hanging around. And Dr. Ott and I don't do the lesson plans more than a week in advance, because we read all those private comments and we read everything you guys put in Google+, and then we change our lesson plans. You should not teach in spite of your students. I teach you guys. You guys are different than the students I had last semester. So I have a bunch of stuff that I reuse, and I've been reusing since 2014, but I think about it and I update it because of Google Docs, so I can update it. So I took the week 2 agenda from last year and I updated it, or last semester, and I made some changes. I looked at what you guys were asking in the Google Plus community. You're like, I don't understand this. Okay, so you'll see in the week 2 agenda this week, I have an FAQ document that I have updated based on the interactions that I have with y'all. So it's important to me that you participate each week. That means that you sign in and you leave me a note that I can reply to, and that you participate in the Google Plus community so I can give you better lessons. So I need you to do that. You're going to have a group activity you do every week. Your group needs you to participate in that. We do a couple of things like a peer evaluation of the lesson plan and a peer evaluation of another project, whatever. Peer evaluations you got to do on time because you got to give it to the person so they can fix it before they turn it into me. But other than that, most things you can. I would not recommend you slack on it because I'm going to give you 15 new things every week. That would really suck. Not once in a while. There's always a chunk of people who waited until the last minute to do all their work, and then they cry, and then I laugh at them because that's your own damn fault. Just saying.
I have a question. How do we prove? So this is my first workshop that I've done. Do we have to do every workshop? I remember saying 10.
I'll probably have like, we have 15 weeks. Probably be like 30 workshops.
Okay. And then, so after this workshop, we write that we participated in it in the private comments.
There's two things, and I hate busy work. You got to ask yourself, does this seem like busy work? Then I must be doing it wrong.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna take notes in your Google Doc.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I just put this collaborative document on here where I basically took the notes for you. Do you think you should replicate that in your notes, or does that sound like busy work?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
If it sounds like busy work? No.
No? Okay. So what I want you to do is anything that you think, I need to remember this later, I want you to put those in your notes.
Okay.
Okay. But I also, you have access to, I'm pointing at this because I got it side by side. The notes are right, the slides are right here. That slides document,
Yeah.
aren't those your notes?
Email explosion workshop slides. Are those? Is that what you're referring to?
Uh-huh. Aren't those your notes? Here, let me, hold on, I'll screen share it. Are these your notes? Did you add some slides to this? Did you add a slide? Did you participate on this?
No, I haven't. I haven't added any
All
notes
right, why
yet.
don't you add a slide? So up here, we're greeting ourselves near the top.
Uh-huh.
Like insert a slide and say hi. Then a little bit lower. I said be specific. What kind of email explosions are you getting? Why not? Ooh, someone passed the CBEST. Yay. Okay, do you see how I just inserted a comment?
I had a question about the slides.
Okay, sure.
Are we supposed to have that open as a different tab? Because I'm not seeing how to do anything on it.
You should have edit access if you're on your Fresno State account. Yes.
So does that need to be open as a different tab, or can I access it from this screen?
This is going to be, no, we'll have to do another tab. This is going to be the challenge when you do online workshops, is that you're going to have to switch back and forth between the video and what you are actively doing, because it's a workshop. You got to do some
work.
Okay. So you notice like I'm like, go to settings, and then I paused. You're supposed to do that.
Okay, so with the thing that we can work on for this, what do I press to access that through my Gmail?
Well, for the slides?
Yes.
Well, I linked it in Google Classroom.
Okay.
And then I also put it into the chat, but if you joined the chat late, you wouldn't see the link. I just put it in there right now. But I'm giving you a place to actively participate. I'm giving you a way to show that you actively participated.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have a question.
Hold on. If you want to add your own slide,
Uh-huh.
so like you can take your notes in the slides with all of these, and or like let me do a screen share. Hold on. I don't want you to do busy work. If you participate and interact on these slides, don't these slides act as your notes? Right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. If you have, I've been doing a good job here. I think everything I've been telling you to, put a screenshot on a slide. Did you do it twice? I know, this is the hardest thing I have to overcome in this class. Guys, don't do busy work. Don't do busy work. So you're going to have evidence. Here's what you got to do. You got to have evidence that you actively participated. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, my computer's.
How are you going to show me that you actively participated?
Well, this one we can create a slide, and you'll see that.
Create a slide, and I'll see that. Okay? How else can you show me that you actively participated?
Making comments on the slides?
See, that would be a really good thing to do, and I want you to. So, like, screen share. Good.
You mean on like other people's slides?
Yes. That's how we interact. Isn't that nice? That's a good idea. Let's do that. All right.
What?
So true. How can you filter those? Control Enter. So Control Alt M inserts a slide. Control Enter saves it. I have a slide that says that. So everybody right now, go to somebody else's slide and make a meaningful comment like this one. Robert, he put in, it's good to know the keyboard shortcuts. That shows he's paying attention and saying something besides good job. Find a slide. Find one of these slides. One of my slides.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this.
Click on a slide and make a note. So I'm going to let you just take your notes right now. Just take a note on the slides that we're doing together.
I'm still having issues actually opening up the slide in another
Go into
tab.
Google Classroom. And I posted it as number 19. And it should be linked right there. So it should just open for you.
Okay.
In theory, everything's in theory.
Sorry, I don't. This is like really unfamiliar for me. I'm like super uncomfortable with all of this.
Everyone else knows totally what they're doing. It's just you. I'm glad you laughed at that.
So
Oh,
our
okay.
slide, I have a question. So our slide could be about, it has to be about the weekly notes, or it has to be
Michaela,
yes.
what could you do that would not be busy work, that would demonstrate that you actively participated in this workshop?
Like you guys said, you said to make comments on things that we find useful to
That
us.
was lovely. Why don't you make a comment?
Uh-huh.
If you make a comment on it, you're going to kind of internalize it and remember it, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like answer in a complete sentence. Creating a new filter is an awesome idea. And then you thought about it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Takes a little.
Yeah.
And I know that you did it. So, but then what the thing that you'd have to do, I'll show you guys. I'm going to go, hold up. No, application window, this one, share. Okay. Then I'm just going to go to sites, google.com/new. And these are my Google sites, and some of yours. I don't know whose this is, but I'm going to open it. Is anybody's? Anyone want to cop to liking Game of Thrones? Okay, and so I'm not going to put it under workshops. I'm going to go to the blog, and on week 1 on the blog, this is random person. I don't even know who this is. They didn't put their name on it. I'm going to, you guys watching? Double click. It says from Drive. So I do from Drive, and I search for it, and this is called Email Explosion. There it is. See the Gmail, or excuse me, the Google Slides? I click down here where it says insert, and I just insert slides. And then I can make it bigger if I want to. But there you go. Can you do that? And then you click publish. The person's going to open this up and like, what the heck? Someone's picking their nose on my slides. Because I think I'm funny. So we're clear. So what you are going to do, why don't you do this right now? I'm just going to give you a minute. I want you to go to your digital portfolio. Actually, we're done. So I want you to go to your digital portfolio. Go to the week 1 and double click in week 1 and add the slides. And if you've been actively participating, I think that's good enough. Don't you think that's good enough? Unless you want to do more work, then rock on, do more work. It's fine.
Alice, I have a question regarding the notifications, and I was hoping to. Well, so basically, I have a Gmail app on my phone, and I don't want to turn the notifications off on that because when somebody sends me a direct email, I want to get that notification.
Exactly.
What I don't want is a notification through Gmail every 15 seconds when somebody posts a new comment on the community.
So what I do is I have it so it doesn't vibrate when I get an email. So I still get all the email notifications. But what you should do is you should say when you get an email notification that it goes into like a folder and skips the inbox. Okay, you guys, what I have to do, I have off right now, and I need to make that. So if you have questions, go to Google.